let's log in for some Tonky Tonks and see how we're going to get on today. Looking forward to it. Hey up, what is this? Receipt, rented vehicles, concept 1B. Ooh, I wonder, let us have a look. What is this? There we go. Let's have a look at this little thing. Tier 9 Elite Heavy Tank. Yeah. Okay, so what can we see here? 100% crew, 1800 hit points. Turret armour, 250 at the front, 110 at the sides, and the rear's 100mm. Nice. Hull armour, 130, 120 at the sides, and 80 at the rear. 400 alpha, 258 pen, 310 with special. Average DPM 1760, loading time 13 seconds, aiming time 2.8 seconds, dispersion 0.47. Shell velocity is not bad, 1478. Special ammo 1173, so I'm assuming that must be heat. 10 degrees of gun depression, that's nice. Top speed of 45 and a reverse speed of 18. Let's actually have a look at it. So let us click it. We never clicked it. There it is. What an odd looking thing she is. Let's have a look at it a little bit more. Okay. Concept 1B. Do you know, it looks a tiny weeny bit like the reward vehicle T28. Obviously that's a tank destroyer and it's not got the tits on the side. But, well, let's paint it anyway. See what we've got, what we can put on here. Sword of Anhur. Yeah, that looks alright. Amphibious warfare. Yeah, that'll do. We'll put that one on. So, what can we put on it? Yeah, it is heat. There we go. That's it. So we're going to not use that crew because I don't think that's going to work. So what can we put on you? Let's have a look. What can we put on? I reckon, because of what it is, modified config. I'm going to put that on for now. In there. Whoops. And then we're going to have a enhanced gun lane drive and a rammer. Excellent. Let's have a look at the ammo. We don't need all that HE. We'll have 4 in. We'll put 8 of them in and we'll run with that config, I think. Apply that. And large repair kit in there. Large first aid kit in there. And an automatic fire extinguisher in there. What else can we run? Let us run. Yeah, the dispersion was 0.7, so I'll put that stabilizing greaser on. That ain't gonna work. Aim tuning, that'll do. We'll have that on and we'll auto resupply it. Apply that, devil. Right then, so that's with that 50% crew. It's not all that good. So what can I put in? What's my E5 crew like? Not too bad. T57 crew. We'll go with the E5 crew in there. Yep. So let's just send that to barracks. And 1B. So E5. 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 Right, what's that done to it? So, wow. Now we're at 9.2 seconds gun loading time. That's a lot better. That's much better. What a difference a different crew makes. We will ignore that. But that's what I like in this. 45% extra repair speed, 15% protection from injuries. 150% to ammo rack and fuel tank and engine durability. Nice. Much better. So we've got that loaded up and we're ready to take it out. I think let's have a go and see what it looks like in game. So this Concept 1B is the annual reward for the ranked battles. Now to get that you've got to play ranked battles obviously, and you get 1 token per qualification and division. So played over the seasons you're going to get 3 per season, so you need 9 as a minimum to get the 1B. Now we're here on Himmelsdorf and you're probably thinking, why am I going up on the hill? Well, that is because this thing's pretty quick and it gets up to speed quickly too. Look, I'm blitzing past this CS53, so that's good. Not only that, it's got 10 degrees of gun depression and a really good turret. But one thing is worth noting about this turret: at the back on the top there is a weak spot on the cupola. So whilst you're waiting and you've got hull down, talking of hull down actually, let's just have a quick look at the armour profile of it hull down and you'll see what I mean. So as I scroll across the front, if it hits the tracks it's going to absorb, but the effective armour 225 on the front. If you've got that, you're pretty much going to pen it. So I'll just keep moving, even down to like 200 mil you're going to be able to pen it to. Moving on up there, across the front you're going to pen on that little cupola bit where you can see it's nice and green. The turret itself and the side are a little bit suspect. You've got to make sure that that's protected. Just have your turret showing, but as I'm moving up to the top, have a look, there's those parts there, you can get that hit, so raise your gun. Anyway, because this Bourrasque has done a decent job of pushing forwards, I'm going to go across and try and get stuck in, well not stuck in, try and get hull down in this rock position here. And I tried to hit the STB but it didn't work. Now that was nice, because I know with the armour and decent side scrape I'm against tier 8 vehicles, they're going to struggle to pen. So I've got these 2 Skoda T27s that I'm going to deal with. Now I'm watching this STB one and he's just finished off the Bourrasque and I snap a shot into him and it doesn't pen. I should have actually been having a go at that before looking at the Skoda T27s. I mean, I've killed him now, but it would have saved the Bourrasque, and now I'm going to be taking bounces off these tier 8s, because again the armour on this thing is pretty good. You can side scrape on it and it's got a decent reload time. Now there is a 705 there, and if he comes round my hull isn't protected and the hull is pretty susceptible to being smashed. But if that Skoda wants to drive that way, then I'll take him. Remember, this is how I'm playing the vehicle. It might not work for you, and again I'm only an average player, so this is how it's how it worked effectively for me. That Skoda's down and here comes that 705 again, and yet he whacks straight through me, but I still track him and I'm asking for him to be shot. But now the AMX M451 has come round, which, well, more into that Skoda. They're not playing that well on this hill, but now they've seen the M451 come round, they're retreating, so I'll keep going for that Skoda and we can take him down. He should end up dying soon because there's only 3 of us on the hill, but we're holding the hill really well and he'll keep bouncing me. Now if I can stay hull down, I'm just looking around to see what support I've got. The AMX M451 pulls in and he's looking down the hill, but the Emil 2 is there and I'm going to try and get a shot into him if I can get back far enough without getting shot myself. And I only track him, but I don't think I actually tracked him, but he's firing into the AMX. What I want to do is effectively make him clip, and then he's going to have to retreat, which he's now done. Now I haven't reloaded in time, but I track him because that makes him then use his repair kit and allows me and the M451 to go and start putting shots into this AMX. I don't mean AMX, I mean into the Emil 2, which is fine. If I can reload in time, then that's him finished off. The consistent rate of fire and the armour on this thing means I'm up to 3,946 damage and I've blocked 3,000. Now this is the guy that was shooting me, so I'll get one into his lower plate and reverse back, and he takes out a shot onto the dead Emil 2. We're 14-4 up. See if I can get one more in before we go, but the FV 4005 finishes him off. So let's have a look at the endgame stats and see what we've got from it. So a nice victory there with a few medals, including 5 for Effect and Bruiser, but it was a first class game. I mean, I'm happy with a first class game because all the contributors got the Concept 1B on a 7-day rental, so I'm pitted up against the good players as well. So to get a first class, I'm happy with 64,619 credits, and because I've got different bonuses and everything running, it was 16,399 experience. And I'll also take the 4,431 win 8 from it. And I know you shouldn't go on stats and everything, but like I say, average players look at stats and I'll take that one. Now I've got 4,353 damage with 2 kills, and my base experience was 1,208. And a shout out to the player in the 121 doing 4,295 damage. Let's look at these detailed stats a bit more. I fired 17 and actually hit 17, but only penned 12 of them. But I'll take that. That's more than half. And again, my total damage was 4,353. I received 15 hits, of which 3 penetrated, and that would have been from the 705. And I bounced 12 as well, so I blocked 3,000 by my armour. Now I am running a premium account, but with a standard account I would have grossed 43,079 credits, but with the premium it was 64,619. The repair of the vehicle and the resupply of ammo, I only fired standard ammo in there, and also the consumables I lost 49,000, so even if it's a reward tank, so my actual profit was 15,082 credits. I don't mind that at all. It's still credit, and even though it's a tier 9 reward, it does feel like a tier 10. But also things like the Super Conqueror in games that I have played have absolutely destroyed the top of that turret. So you've got to be, you've really got to move it and angle it around. And I mean, you can brawl in it, don't get me wrong, but just be wary that it does have a few weak spots as well as being able to brawl with its speed and its reload. Anyway, I digress. I got 1,208 experience, which was why it was a first class, and with the premium 1,800. And then I added a ×3, and then there was 10,872 for events and the bonus for the premium of 91. So my experience was 16,399, which was very pleasant. So, like I say, you get it for rank battles of the annual reward, and is it worth grinding up? Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, I'm only going to get it for 7 days because I can't grind that amount of time in rank battles. But if I was to have this vehicle and keep it, I really, really enjoy playing it because of its speed, its durability. It's tier 9, so God knows what happens if it goes up against tier 7s. It's just going to be absolutely monstrous. It can hold its own up against tier 10s, and in the hands of a very skilled player, these tanks are going to be ridiculously good, I'm sure of it. So that's my little insight into it. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're going for it, good luck in getting it. See you soon.